Good afternoon and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. It is the countdown, the final countdown to the final derby game of this football season, the SPFL season. Celtic versus the Rangers. And we're just awaiting the team news to come out. Just waiting on the team news to come out. So it's all down to Brendan Rodgers now. He has decided who will play. The team sheet will have been put out. Um, could be raining. It would be sun in our eyes. Sun melting the pavement in Dundee as long as it's sunny at Celtic Park. That's all that matters. And we are just waiting for the team to be put out by Celtic. It'll probably be put out in the next 4 minutes. Celtic last put out on Twitter, Paradise awaits. Paradise awaits. And a little stadium that looks like it's celebrating. It looks a little bit cloudy to me. As long as it doesn't rain, we'll be fine. As long as it doesn't rain. Kaiser says we have the cup game to come by. Yes, but this is the final one of the SPFL season. I said that. The cup isn't in the league. The league season, the SPFL season. Scottish Cup's something different. Completely different, Kaiser. Completely different. Sean Pierce says, hail 3 points. We need 3 points. Buzzing for this one. Can't wait, says Mike. Let's jump into the comment section before Celtic do release the team. Hail from Bris Vegas. Paul McCune was first up, and Kaiser was in. Let's go, legends, into these Hun bastards, he says. Christopher says, hail, boys and girls. Christopher, the Paradise Found says hail to all Tims. Christopher says hail. Paul Baird says hail. Big Dom, Christopher, Mad Mac, Paul Baird, Tam Max in the house. Stuart is David Stewart is in the house, and quite a few others. If I've missed you out, sorry. Let the humiliation of the zombies begin. What's your score prediction? Baz said Paradise Found. I am going to go for 2-1. I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm going to go for 2-1. I am going to go for 2-1. I think it'll be tighter than what a lot of people will predict. And we'll just wait. And hopefully it isn't a tight game. Hopefully we'll go out there today and just sow the seeds of a championship winning season. And Kyogo goal and can't win red card. That'll be fine. 7-1 says Kaiser. That will never happen. What about Fun in the Sun says Kaiser? Is it sunny in Glasgow, Kaiser? Tell me this. Is the sun shining in Glasgow today? I'm getting a lot of images. 3-1 says Hazel. Get a lot of images sent to me on Facebook from people back home showing me the Northern Lights. The Northern Lights that shone over Scotland last night. We are just filling a bit of time. Celtic will probably put the team out in 2 minutes' time. 2 minutes' time. It is the countdown to the Celtic Rangers derby. I will only be on here for around about 20 minutes or so, and then I've got a mad rush down the motorway to get to the pub to watch football. I was going to go to the pub to do the live, but do it for Neil Lennon's tyre, says Pat. Yeah, that was absolutely terrible. That came out this morning. And you can understand why he then took the post down, because let's face it, he's not wanting to get any repercussions online. You know, as a profession, LinkedIn is meant to be the professionals' platform, and he does have his CV up there and what he does. So you've just got to take it on the chin, haven't you, Neil? It's never nice, but it's something that you need to start thinking about your family safety and cameras and stuff outside the house. Nobody wants to live like that. Anyway, come on, Celtic, just get this team out, because my guts are in doing spins here. Stomach's out. Let's get some of the comments in. Brian X says it'll be fun in the sun when we scalp the Huns 4-1. William Martin says hail everyone. Michael says 5-1. Cameron Carter Vickers to score anytime. And Big Matt on a hat trick. Wow, Matt O'Reilly on a hat trick. Now that would be an interesting turnaround of events to the game if Matt O'Reilly was to get a hat trick. The run-in. Celtic versus Rangers. The run-in. With Calmax screaming. Calmack's definitely got his work cut out today. Calmack will be nice and calm today. Calmack will be Calmack. He'll be nice and calm in that middle of the field. He'll tell people to move up the pitch when they need to. He'll tell everybody to keep calm. There's the team that is out. Hart, Johnston, Carter, Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, O'Reilly, Hatate, Forrest, Maida, and Kyogo. It's the team that we all thought it would be. The team is out. In backup, the subs is Bain, Palmer, Ida, Kuhn, Noroki, Tomaki Awata, Paulo Bernardo, Ralston, and Welsh. Right, let me just do this to get the team onto the screen so you can all see it. But the team is as expected, and it is the team that we did expect to play today. There's no surprises whatsoever. No surprises whatsoever, which is good. But I mean, they then know what's coming at them. They know what's coming at them. And downloads. Oh, why is this taking so long today? Put this up here. And then add that to here. And give me 2 seconds. The team will be on your screen in about 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and I'll get the team up on. No, I don't want a JPEG, I want a ping, so transparent background. And see, this is where you really need somebody else working with you so you can actually just keep on talking and get all this done. And image, go to here, where is it? Image, browse, you see downloads, come on. There we go, and your team should appear right now, and it is. It's on the screen. Hart, Johnston, Carter, Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, O'Reilly, Hatate, Forrest, Maida, Kyogo. It is the team that we did expect at Celtic Park today. It's the strongest team that we could put out against the Rangers. It's the most magnificent team in the land. Glasgow Celtic. The team is up. Glad Forrest gets a start. No surprise. I think Hatate is a screamer. Philip Quinn says, good afternoon, let's fucking go. He'll get in this mob. Dundee, double for Forrest. Double for Forrest. I think it's going to be more than 2. I'm going to go for 2 now, but Calmack for a 25-yarder. By the way, Kevin Marshall, that is, you're in with a shout there, because Cal McGregor knows what it's like to score in these games, and he's had a bit of success scoring in derbies throughout his career. Who will be the first to fill McGregor? I'll wait till we see the Rangers team. I'm not even going to look at the Rangers team, to be fair. Glasgow's green and white. Forrest deserves a start. Yes, he does that. What a servant he's been to the club. Yes, he has. So let's see if we can. Obviously, the bench, it is a strong bench. You're looking at Bain, Palmer, Ida, Kuhn, Rocky, Tomoki Awata, Paulo Bernardo, Ralston, and Welsh. It is an interesting one. There's no room for the young guy, Daniel Kelly, to get into this game. And you can understand why, because the manager wants to go what he thinks is his strongest first team. And you don't want to go with inexperienced players at this game for such an important game. This is the game that could basically cement the league win for Celtic this afternoon. We win today, and that's it. Champions elect, says Stephen. It is that. We win today, and we are the champions elect again for the 3rd season in a row. Yes, Celtic will make it 3 in a row. If they can beat Rangers this afternoon, it will almost tie up the championship. Ole, ole. It's too big for him. Yeah, I think it maybe is too big a game, but Celtic to win 5-1, says John Reid. We'll never let our club die, says it's going to be 3-1 Celtic. When you look at that team, it's absolutely a fantastic team. Let's see if we can nip over to Sevclonian land and get their team. The Rangers team is out. Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Davies, Basarich, Lundstrom, Domande, Lawrence, Sterling, Silver, and Dressers. So their team is out. It's a team full of losers, serial losers, as it's been said. And they're going down the line. Where are you watching the Old Firm match today? Today's Old Firm match. Yes, it's the Old Firm. It's not the Old Firm, you know what I mean? And I hope that they give them hell on the way out of their bus this morning. Anyway, That is the Rangers team. Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Davies, Bassett, Lundstrom, Domande, Lawrence, Sterling, Silver, Dressers. Cantwell was in the bench. Cantwell is on the bench. Cantwell's on the bench for them, but we don't care about them because it's not what they do today, it's what Celtic do, and that's what it's all about. I think we get it off to a fast attacking pace start, and then it's going to be, let's get it into easy street. 25 minutes into the game, I want to be cantering into easy street. If we can get 2-0 up in the first 20 minutes, is that 2 goals too early? Would you rather we went in 2-0 at half time? Or would you rather have waited until the second half to score a couple of late goals? Tell me your thoughts in the comments. We'll batter this mob. No, Cantwell. Cantwell is on the bench for the Rangers. I've just seen that on their Twitter line. They can't win zombies. Cantwell was on the bench and Roof is on the bench. To be fair, I don't know any of their players. I don't really pay attention to them, but I don't know if it's a strong lineup or not. I don't fear that team. At the end of the day, they've got Suter in defence, and Suter's a player that I think is just a serial loser against Celtic. Suter's a player that we do not fear in their defence. I tell you that's one thing for sure. Clements kept Cantwell in his cage. I think he's left Cantwell to come on the second half and try and do some damage to Celtic. But then you've got to face it, he'll be done in. The Celtic should be done and dusted by the second half, we hope, this afternoon. Few early goals for Jason. He's wanting early goals. Keogh got an early screamer. Hail from Vietnam. Vietnam's in the house from Da Nang in Vietnam. He's going for 3-0. Ambient TV. I need to check out that channel. What? Channel activity. Nope. What comes up? The messages that you've given. Oh, that's interesting. Never knew that could do that. Ambient TV. I need to try and check out your channel. Paul Baird said he would like to go on and win 5-0 by half time. You know their excuses are already in. We've had so many injuries this year. Mad Mac. Celtic have had so many injuries this year, and the manager has spoke about, when you look at the fluid way that Celtic have been playing over the last couple of weeks, it would have been amazing to see this team carry out the same kind of performance over the full season. But Brendan Rodgers said in the press interview, he said, look, it's not about getting better every game. You know, you can't be perfect every game, but what you can do is you can make little bits of improvement on every single game. And as long as those little bits of improvement every single game gets you to your end goal, and the end goal was ultimately winning the league and winning the cup double, that is the ultimate goal. But you don't have to do it pretty. You can win ugly as far as he's concerned, as long as we achieve the main objective, and that is to win this afternoon and end up at the day top of the table. Said it once ago, Baz, it's ours to lose, says Bread. Craig White, Celtic Supporters Club, says, I said 3-1, but now looking at their team, 4-1 for me. Sean Beer says, I've got a feeling of 4-0 all week. Guten Tag from Hamburg. Hamburg is in the house this afternoon also. And good morning to Vietnam. Mad Max says, I mean, there's no Huns. They've had so many injuries too, but the media don't care about us. Yeah, I mean, the media, they're going to go they say, oh, look, we've got so many injured players out of this game today. It's going to be difficult to try and achieve our objective of winning, but we'll try our best. And then you're going to have Tavernier at the end of the game going, disappointing. It's disappointing. It's a disappointing performance, and it's a disappointing result, and it's the whole season just looks like, well, it's not been disappointing, but it's disappointing. Anyway, David Ferguson says, morning Baz, the Buns even have to beat us injuries as well. Yes, they've got to try and make sure that it's like, oh, wait a minute, Celtic can't get all the headlines for having an injury-torn season. But 1-1, oh, Sandwich Boy, don't do that. 1-1 until the 88th minute, and Scales to head in a winner. The last time that Celtic, we thought, scored a winner at Ibrox, we allowed them to get one back and make it a draw. I mean, I thought that we had done and dusted at Ibrox. I don't want it to go to the 88th minute and be 1-1, because that can then go either way. I mean, the nerves will set in on the fan base. I want us to be trouncing them 3 or 4-0 by the 70th minute. 3 or 4-0 by the 70th minute will do us absolute wonders. And it's going to be a weird game because the atmosphere at Celtic Park, when there is no away fans, let's face it, hasn't cut the mustard this season. It hasn't cut the mustard at all. The earlier games that were involving both teams, the atmosphere wasn't great at all. Let's just hope, because we know that we can push this team over the line. If we could push the team over the line this afternoon, we know we will be champions in waiting. So every single fan has to be up for it for the very first minute of the game today. And that will help this team come out, heads up, stand fucking 10 feet tall, and it'll give them an extra 2 or 3 yards, and they're running this afternoon. I went 3-0 by the first 10 minutes, said man Mac. Michael Ross is in the house. Where you been, Michael? 3-1 at the hoops, but them scoring first. Oh, that would then rattle the nerves of the fans at Celtic Park this afternoon if they were to score first. But Celtic know, and Callum McGregor spoke about it. He says, look, if we stick to our plan, stick to our game plan, stick to what we know well and how to play the game, we will come out victors at the end. But anything can happen. It can be one of those games that anything can happen. Dave Burke says, hail, Baz. 4-0 to the lads. I have a feeling in my bones. Have a great day. There's a lot of people going for 4-0. Sean McGarry says, morning, Baz and troops from sunny Costa del Belfast. Looking forward to a great performance and convincing win. I think we've all been looking for those convincing wins. I think we finally got it against Hearts. I think we finally got one against Hearts, and give us that little bit of optimism going into the game. Is it a little bit optimism far too much? The blood pressure says Green Machine won't take it if it's 1-1 with 10 minutes to go. It'll be Imodium time. Fucking Jesus. If we are even anywhere near drawn with 10 minutes to go, I'm glad that I've emptied my stomach already this morning. Baz, Celtic win 3-0. Mike Ross says, Baz, my mum passed away a few days ago and not been on. And you cheered up Mon Hoops. Condolences to you, Michael. You're one of the fantastic guys, one of the fantastic supporters of the channel. Condolences, and I hope that it's a hard one when you lose someone. Well, when you lose your mum, it's really hard. So let's see if we can win for Celtic and win today for you and the memory of your dearly departed mother. I'm going to go bold and say 4-0, says Lucky Green Hat. He's going for 4-0. Cream always rises to the top, says Big Dom. I think the atmosphere will be electric at the game today, says Paul Beard. I think so too. I think the fans know that we're in touching distance, so every single fan will be on their feet cheering and backing the team to get over the line. If it needs us to push the team over the line, then so may it be. Faithful through and through, says Eric. Jenny is coming on and says, hail, hail, Union family, 3-0 today. I'm glad I stole some of my dad's blood pressure medication, says David of the Glen. Rangers need to staunch us today. If they were to score first, I'd say 5-2 to the good guys. He's coming in for Germany, and he said it could be a 5-2 game. That would be an interesting one. Usually when it's a game like that, Celtic usually score first, get a couple of goals in first, even take it to 3, and then Rangers will make it 3-1, maybe even to make it 3-2, and then Celtic will go on to score a fourth and then maybe a fifth, because Rangers will have opened up that much. I'd love meat pie, said Jason. There you go. Michael Ross, no worries, you're one of the good guys in the channel. You always comment and you always have a good laugh, and sincere condolences to you and your family. Can only think what you're going through today, but let's make it a day for you to remember. Make it a day that Celtic fans around the world will know that we once again have got one hand on the championship for the third season in a row. How many 3 in rows have Celtic done over the years? That would be an interesting one to find out. All you statisticians that are out there, find out how many Celtic 3 in a row championships we have won over the years, because it's a hard thing to do. It is a hard thing to do. Many managers have fallen at the second hurdle. Many managers have fallen at the first hurdle in previous times under Celtic, but there's not many have made it to the 3. So I wonder how many managers and how many times Celtic have made it 3 in a row. Anyway, Let's come to see what some of the Celtic news headlines are. Team news. Maida starts. Roger makes one change. One change, does he? Just be starting Maida. Celtic Rangers confirmed strong starting 11 for a global TV and instant reaction. Confirmed the Celtic team for the big derby. Big call on the wing. Big call on the wing. The big call on the wing is the fact that Jamesy Forrest does start, as does Dyson Myra. So I suppose that is the change, that Dyson starts having the two of them on the wings. We knew that was going to be the team anyway, so I think these headlines are a bit of a... Todd Cantwell on the bench, Rangers team versus Celtic confirmed. Celtic fans urged to join. A minute's applause to tribute Scott, who died in Prague. Former boss Neil Lennon, tyre slashed on the eve of the Old Firm derby. That is the record finally catching up with the story that broke earlier. And Celtic Rangers 11, and there's not really any more headlines out because everyone's watching this channel. Anyway, right, what time is it? It's 12:30. I'm going to have to cut and run. I am going to have to cut and run. There's been 694 views on the live so far. We never get a lot of views on these ones because a lot of people are on the way to the game. And to be fair, I don't stay on long enough to get the views up because I need to get to the pub. And I'm not even going to be able to drink because I am driving. As soon as the game's finished, and as soon as I've done the video at the pub after the game, I'll be heading straight up the road and going straight to the boozer. So anyway, let's get some of the comments before we head off and you make your way to the game. If you play for us, we will sing for you. The Green Brigade, says Paul Baird. Let's start with this. 3, Mick says Baz 3 out of the hoops, and coming in from Shanghai, China. There we go. We are all around the world this morning. This afternoon, and here in Spain, it's this morning in the UK. And Michael Ross, I'll give the last comment to yourself this morning. I love the Celtic family, says Michael, whose dearly departed mother just passed away a few days ago. So on that note, we can't leave on a sad note, can we? I'm pissed already, says David of the Glen. Get a few beers, Mad Mac. Cantwell isn't playing. He must be the secret weapon. Enjoy the game, Baz, says Thomas. And smash the thumbs up for Baz, says Glasgow is green and white. And on that note, I'm away at the pub to watch the game. Should be 300 likes. Every single one helps. Help the channel. Yes, it does that. Hey, who else says Tam Mac? Is Cantwell the team hairdresser today? Well, let's hope so. And on that note, come on, you boys and girls. Glasgow. Green and white.